beautiful St. Louis because of the HPT. You know, there's a lot going on. I first thought I'd try to play a satellite, but went against that thought. And I told my buddy Bobby, right there. I told my buddy Bobby that I'd be in St. Louis this weekend, you know, just out of Snapchat. And he said, whoa, I'm gonna be in St. Louis also. And, you know, a month ago we were both in Nashville and didn't hang out. He lives in Evansville, I live further away. So we don't see each other too often, but he's my lifelong friend. And I was like, do you want to be in another state in the same city and not hang out? And he said, actually, I'm going to be in St. Charles. And I was like, holy shit, that's where I'm going to be. He came here for a Golden Tee tournament. Those things are huge. We went there last night, and I'm feeling a little rough today. He's sponsored by GoldenTeeTV in his grappling matches and stuff. So pretty cool. Shout out to them.
An armbar on the left arm. That's deep. There it is.
Plan to get out of it. Oh shit!
Bobby takes it like a champ.
That was I cannot believe Bobby is not unconscious. That was the back of his head. And now Ken is punching to get himself out of here, but he's tapping his fight over.
People here, I believe, and ready to get drunk and play some Golden Tee.
Give it up for Bobby.
But right now me and Andy are here getting ready to play 1-3. I also put my list for 2-5 because there's a lot of games going on, and today seems like a good day to take a shot, even without the bankroll, right? At 1-3, I'm just getting big hands in under the gun position, early position a lot, and it's not working out for me. Trying to limp some because people raise like crazy, but then when I limp they haven't raised. I'm not playing too well. I'm stuck 150, but 2-5 just opened up. My name's top on the list, so I'm wondering, do I want to get in there and gamble or continue to try to grind out, because I'm back on a little upswing, grind out at this 1-3. I think I want to come here to St. Louis to take that shot. So I'm going to play 2-5 with gamble, see how they play. Let's see what happens, guys. Okay, I'll be the first to admit sitting at 2-5 with 70 to 80 big blinds is not an ideal situation. Although I have bet some people out of some flops and turns, for the most part, my short stack is getting pushed around quite a bit. After seeing a lot of action happening over the last hour and a half, I see a hand that's gonna, get me there too, help me double up. We get ace king off on the button. I can't wait to play this hand. A lot of people say, oh, ace king's never good to me. I'll never play that, I don't want that. It truly is never good to me, but it's ridiculous to say you'd never play it. It's one of the top premium hands to start with. So a super active player from under the gun raises to $15. The next two guys fold, and a guy who just lost 1K and rebought for another 1,000, 3 bets to $75. I'm thinking, all right, fold around to me and I can't wait. I'm gonna raise this guy. The next player, he's rather new to the table but has also been fairly active. He calls the $75. Hijack folds, and the cutoff, who's tight and hadn't hardly played a hand, just talking over there to his buddy, he calls $75. So now in a bloated pot with 4 players in the blinds, I have a decision. I'm immediately thinking right here is a perfect spot for the squeeze play to shove all in. And I get the irrational fear. It isn't scared money. It's my legit irrational. I'm going to shove all in and be shown aces or kings. I'll be called by a huge better hand, so I picked the super weak play of just calling $75. That is not the biggest mistake of this hand. Let me know below, but I believe the best play there would have been the squeeze play, shove all in for my $400 stack into an almost $250 pot. With that, the small blind calls $75, the big blind calls $75, and the original raiser calls $75. So when the dealer says 7 players to see a $75 raised pot, that's pretty crazy. We see a king 10-7 2-heart flop. I fell in love with this flop, quite honestly. Top pair and a backdoor nut flush draw. Backdoor means nothing in real life, but there's always that chance, right? So I can't wait. I can't wait for the action to get to me. And the small blind player to my left is taking forever. I'm thinking, does he even know it's on him? It's an older guy. He had just lost about $1,000 himself and had to pull some black 100s out of his pocket. I'm like, what is this guy thinking about? And finally the dealer says, it's on you. He's like, oh, I know, I just don't know what to do. Don't know what to do here. Eventually, he bets $450, just under pot. I've immediately made myself believe that he's on a flush draw. Or he could have 2 pair, something like king 10, king 7. But I'm thinking strongly flush draw. And the folds are coming, fold, 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 fold. And I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to call this guy. I am. And then it gets to the cutoff, player to my right. He shoves all in for less. And now I'm really confused. I'm up against a flush draw and what? I think I'm picturing this guy with a weak king, He's the type of guy, I know I said he didn't play very many hands, but he could have a weak king here. Because he had just talked about how he's ready to go home. He's ready to just go home. He had been playing all day, and he was tired. So I was thinking, he wanted out of here, right? So now we got a guy who's got a couple hundred behind him, a guy who's all in for 400 more, and we're looking at a $1,300 pot. What should I do? I should fold. If I'm behind 2 pair, a set, I'm drawing pretty thin. Even a flush draw that isn't backdoor, like king hearts something, I'm drawing pretty weak. But like I said, I fell in love with this flop, and I made the worst, in my opinion, call I have ever made playing poker, calling off my $330 stack. I do not like that call at all. I was in autopilot. I'm not sure what I was doing. It really sucked, Let me know if you think that sucked. So the dealer counts out the chips, and he gives me back $2. And I'm like, what? I'm all in. I have no idea why he gave me $2. He just pushed him in front of me, and he argued with me, so I had him there, whatever. We see a 2 of hearts turn. I'm thinking one time, baby, here comes the nut flush. And finally the small blind just throws over his cards and he has a set of 10s. And he's yelling, pair the board, pair the board. Ah, a set of 10s. And at that point it brings the cutoff to show his cards, which he had king 10. He has 2 pair. What in the world did I run into? I show my ace king. I shouldn't have. I should just mucked and left as the river came out a blank. 9 of clubs. I feel like that was the worst played ace king hand on the button in the history of poker. That call haunted me. This video's taken me almost 2 weeks to upload, to edit and upload. I debated not playing poker ever again. That's how bad it is. I don't know. Let me know what you think of the hand. I should have made a squeeze play in the beginning, and I should have let this one go. I don't think, I mean, up against 2 random hands, say I didn't know what it was. I had some pretty good equity with the top pair and nut flush draw, but against the hands that were making bets like that, I need to get out of that pot. I'm sorry I keep letting you guys down. Took a big shot. I did take a lot of, this 2-5 gave me a chance to tighten up my game. I was making a lot better bets and plays in there to take some hands down, a couple value bets on the turn, take some small hands here and there, and I was really grinding it out, and I took a huge gamble, even playing, but I took a huge gamble with that shot. I do appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Even though I went all in, the guy gave me back $2. I have no idea why. But I just tipped a random guy at a table game $1, and I'm keeping $1 for my collection. Yay. What's up, YouTube Rail? My true friends and fans are still here. On that ace-king hand with a set of 10s, I think I would have went broke there no matter what. I do believe the way this guy was playing, he was already just calling off people and lost quite a bit of his money, that he would have called the pre-flop raise with 10s. 400 and whatever it was at this point total, I believe he would have called that off. So I would have went broke there in every way except for if I would have folded like I should have folded after his bet and the guy's all in on the flop. Either way, that's over. So let's look towards the future. I am busy. The girls are in sports galore, work 50 plus hours a week, loving it. And I'm still trying to find time for poker. I need to change the way I'm doing things, I believe. I tried to force too much, read too much too fast, and just tried to implement it without letting it all absorb, I do need to improve my game still and still plan to improve my game. But I think the next times I go play, I'm not going to force so many issues. I do run like Forrest, though. It's like real bad. Ever since the first Colossus, when I flopped Broadway with 30 to 40 big blinds and got it all in versus 2 other players, and the turn gave a guy a full house and the river gave the other guy quad queens, I've just been running terrible. I know I bring a lot of it to myself with my crazy plays, but a lot of times I am getting it in as a favorite and just always shown. I don't know, it's just crazy. Like this weekend at a Legion poker tournament, everybody's down to 2 tables and 20 big blinds or so for everyone. And I got it all in on a queen XX flop with pocket kings. What'd the old guy have? Pocket queens. Anyhow, that's enough whining. That's for a totally different video. The future's positive. We got 1,500 subscribers now, really close. That's really awesome that it keeps growing daily and people want to come and see my amateur poker journey. I'm hoping to do more videos, more behind the scenes stuff, and as I'm learning this game of poker and trying to improve and hopefully eventually making money. Like I said, the last 2-3 years it's just been run bad, honestly. Or I could be thinking that I may just suck at poker and just crazy that all these people show me these amazing hands when I have huge hands. If you'd like this video, that'd be great. Please subscribe, sit back. I'm coming back for more, and I appreciate you guys. Thanks. thank you for watching, and thank you for your comments. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you want, if you liked it, if you want me to continue. You know, I'm getting 96% likes to the dislikes, and my dislikes are subscribers, so I don't know what to say about that.